Okay, what up, ladies and gents? It's your favorite Asian robot right here. Hopefully, your favorite official content creator for the First Descendant. And, TikTok is for some god awful reason not picking up the feed. Okay, there we go. Now I can strum on TikTok too. Go, TikTok. I choose you, you nerd. Alright, there we go. But anyway, hope that everyone's having a good day today. We shall begin soon. Okay, let's see. Go. Posted my usual goal. Now I'm just going to do a little something. This little workbench. Sorry, wrong one. This one. Because apparently I never finished enhancing these. If anyone's wondering, this is my Slayer set. Not quite sure why, but they never finished undergoing enhancement. So now, I'm gonna spin the mats. Then we'll tweet, share that we're live, and basically we'll have a good time. For the most part. I think my processor is already maxed out. Okay, great. I knew there's a couple of things I didn't do just yet, but this is good enough. Right. Tweeted. Well, sorry, posted Discord, now to tweet. Okay. Boom. Okay, we should be good. I did indeed, Austin. Had a very good session this morning, in fact, considering how much my rank increased. So yeah, doing good. Okay, there are 4 options in the poll, which is going up now. And y'all can vote accordingly. I just want to see where the player's headspace is at. Hello, Thanet, HP Notebook, Rosie March. Good to see you, girl. I'm just doing fine right now, HB. I can't really complain. I'm about to go farming. But, you know, while I farm, I always like to conduct these little polls on YouTube. And also have discussions with people because it's very interesting to see where the player base is at. You know, what are we thinking about? What are we talking about? I like to hear from the people. Well, my build is already up on my channel, so please enjoy. The only thing I'll be messing with today is I'm going to go in with the Slayer set. Still running the exact same stuff, still the exact same modules. But I want to run with the Slayer set and see how that feels. I'm going to do a couple of variations just to keep myself spicy and happy. You know, while also farming stuff. Ooh, super chat. Thank you, D.Russ, you kind sir. How are you doing, my friend? Well, Thanet, that is not really an option in the poll, but fair enough. Anything co-op related, just choose co-op. So, yeah, just choose according to what you want the most. Alright, if you want to just see storyline the most, then go for it. If you want to see more co-op content, then go for it. You know, whatever floats your boat. I'm just here to see what the players want. You know, where the players are at. Ray, I think they can be useful, but I mean, most of them are offensively based and their stats are less geared towards survival, so you have to be aware of that. Just vote whichever one you want the most. You have to pick one, Ruby. And first, before I go and test out Blore of the Door, I forgot that I should go and level Sharon's RK. Okay. Shireen. Let's go level Shireen's RK. But for anyone asking if I'm doing good, I'm doing hella good. I'm just here to see where you guys' headspace at. You know, I'm a headspace type man. Thank you. Hey, who picked the spicy stuff? Okay, I'm watching you guys. And don't forget to like the stream if you haven't already, fam. All right, please do. It really helps me out. Let's rock and roll.
This is HQ. Troops are on the ground. Transport is en route to standby position. Best of luck, Descendants. Large-scale Vulgus transfer confirmed. Descendants, stop the enemy troop deployment.
Why is this game so laggy today? What the hell? This is odd. It's not normally like this. I mean, I know my vision might be slightly skewed because I was playing very intensely this morning, but what's going on today? Oh, they could, P-Row. But depends on how many people want it. That's the whole reason I'm asking this in the poll today, because I want to see where the players' headspace is at. What are players thinking? Ah, now I know what's wrong. Okay, I can fix this. I know what's wrong. That's easy. Very, very silly me, but I know what I did wrong. It's laggy because I did this. Sorry, you might see the sound cut out temporarily or things like that, but the stream should solve itself in around about 5 minutes. So what happened was I, in my infinite genius and wisdom, turned on the native AA. There we go, now it's better. Oh no, I'll be back on Blair soon. But Sharon hasn't finished her RK tuning yet, so I was like, alright. I'm currently searching for an ideal reactor for Viesa. and Share Bear. Sorry, for Viesa and Blair himself. I want ideal reactors. But yeah, no more lag now. Now it's back to the way it normally is. Because I had turned on the native AA so I could take a screenshot for my video this afternoon, updating the Freyna build. And when I did that, I obviously improved the quality, but when I'm streaming, I have to turn the quality down slightly, so I can't use native AA. You only have 2 more arcade tunings to grind? Good. Why are you playing so excessively, you nerd? Imagine only having 2 left to grind. You animal. No wonder you want more story content. You're playing this like a savage. Why you such a savage, bro? You don't know what that setting meant, Ruby? What? Are you new to PCs or something? But if you are, hang on, I'll give you a quick explanation after this. Okay. So.
Operation completed. Awaiting transfer to transport position.
Shut up, Nell. I'm trying to teach my audience. Okay, so anyone who doesn't know what this is your upscaling option. What this does is that basically it will it basically renders the game at a effectively, this is the way I understand it, lower quality, and then upscales it to make it look good on your PC. This can improve your frame rates by, you know, using what is essentially AI. All right, I think it is AI or frame generation, whatever they call it, I don't know, but they use it to require less processing, and they upscale it to make it look good. All right, so if you are upscaling based on performance, your game will look, well, depending on the option, like it says here, it renders higher resolution images with fewer pixels and improves frame rates. And picking the lower quality options basically makes your game look ugly, but you will get a lot of good frames. Native AA means that you are effectively not using any upscaling. So here you can just turn it off and it'll be the same as native AA. However, upscaling technology is generally very helpful for people like me who are streamers and stuff like that, because we usually have streams going, which is taking up additional processing on our CPUs, GPUs, whatever. So for me, I usually pick one of the upscaling options, and depending upon how the game runs, I have to select one of these other options. But usually for me, this game is really well optimized, so quality is good enough. But you should adjust in accordance with what you are feeling and what you are seeing. No problem, Hody. We are the best. We are here to help. So please enjoy the content. Don't forget to like and share the stream. I'm very grateful to those who do. If you haven't already liked the stream, make sure you do that. Doing good, Thanos. I'm not sure if this is on console as well, but you can adjust in accordance, because console might be different, so double check the option that it's the same. I think some consoles use upscaling, but yeah, adjust it in accordance with what you need. Hello, Lord Rain. I have never played on console for the last 12 years of my life. More than that, 14 years. 17 years of my life. So, sorry, I forget time sometimes. But yeah, so I would not know. What's going on? I'm just chilling. Taking a poll, seeing where people are at. At first, a lot of people vote for story, but now the poll is a bit more evenly distributed, and it's very interesting to see. 46% want more story-based content, but 32% want more game mode and dungeon-based content, with 15% only requesting more co-op content. But story is still ahead. So I'm trying to see where the devs should focus their efforts, because right now, as you guys know, what I want to see is an increasing player base. With all these balancing changes, update here, update there, it's not really, you know, creating exciting, spicy, awesome situations for us. Rather, the player base just isn't really as engaged with the game as I want them to be. So I'm trying to see what people really want, you know? Oh no, I don't disagree, Thanos. But before they can work on co-op or anything co-op related, we need to see how many people actually want co-op. And quite frankly, if only 15%, assuming that you can only choose one option, and co-op is on the table, but most people choose other options before choosing co-op, then it means that co-op weighs lower on the list of priorities for the average player. And that is a telling sign. Think of it this way, ARPGs are excessively popular, you know, if they're good ARPGs, right? And Last Epoch, which I'm very excited to stream for you guys tomorrow, is doing really well right now. But did you know that most ARPGs, they have what is called solo self-found? Effectively, people, even in a co-op environment, choose deliberately to play solo. So if that is the case, and people aren't as interested in co-op content, then introducing co-op content won't exactly help the player base. You get what I mean? So that's what I'm trying to determine. What do people want the most?
Tactical transport
I'm
on
very
route
interested to know.
position. Close air support available.
And that's why I'm asking.
Danger
No problem,
close.
Rosie. You know that that's what we do. You should always be following the robot no matter what. Following the robot gets you where you need to go. For the most part.
Initiating stealth. Unseen.
Yeah, just like with Overwatch, nobody's going back to that ARPG. They're just too greedy. I mean, I guess their fans are stuck with them, but, you know, Overwatch has 30,000 players. They just introduced a new hero and nobody cares. Everybody's still playing Marvel Rivals. So at the end of the day, that particular company needs to get its head out of the sand. They need to understand that if they really want to win players back, they need to do a complete reversal of their whole greed thing. They need to go back to their roots and make sure they give us everything for free. They need to give us the game of the century, but for free, practically. And that's the only way they'll ever get their popularity back.
Mission complete.
Because Marvel Rivals is better.
See you soon.
Why would anyone play Overwatch when Marvel Rivals exists? You can check their Steam player counts right now. Just compare apples to apples. Overwatch 2 Steam charts, Marvel Rivals Steam charts side by side. Overwatch can reach a maximum of 35,000 players. Marvel Rivals hits about 200,000. Plain and simple, Marvel Rivals is better in every way, shape, and form. I mean, for those that enjoy competitive PvP, they are the so-called premier games, so it would make sense that those in this type of space would go for it. But yeah, that's essentially it for me. Okay, let's head back to town. Well, you don't have to get it, it's free. But it's your choice. I mean, if you don't enjoy PvP, why would you play it? If you enjoy PvP, then you'll play it. Simple. Delta Force, in my personal opinion, is hot garbage. I mean, a lot of people like it, but at the same time, as a game, it is not fantastic, in my personal opinion. I very much prefer, if I'm gonna play PvP, something like Marvel Rivals. But it's a personal preference at the end of the day. Like, for me, what might be hot garbage to me would be fun for other people, so enjoy what you enjoy. That is true. A lot of people do play Overwatch on Battle.net, but overall, I just don't see their player bases competing. Even beforehand, their player base was always going poorly. But if they think that they can compete with Marvel, then sure, you know. But have you noticed that Overwatch has been doing everything Marvel does? They literally... Marvel Rivals released Emma Frost. What did Overwatch release? Have you noticed the similarities compared to what they used to release in the past? In the past, they used to release very diverse characters. Nothing wrong with that, but with all due respect, ladies and gents, I don't think what people want, and has been proven by games like the First Descendant, people aren't exactly here to see the most diverse roster of characters. Rather, people just want characters that speak to them and that they enjoy. Yeah, fair enough. To each their own, man. Blah. If you like your Delta Force, then go for it. But for me, there'll never be a hero shooter or something PvP based that equals Marvel Rivals. It's just too good. That, and I'm damn good at it too. Lou, I will probably never make one because I've got no interest in farming that weapon. So, I'm sorry, but to me, that weapon is hot garbage, and unless it becomes one of the strongest weapons in the game, I will probably never farm it. The only time I've heard that you need to use it for Blair's Quest or whatever, but I don't know. I guess if I'm forced to, I might make one copy of it, but I'm probably not going to do a build video, if I'm perfectly frank with you. All right? If I'm perfectly Castle with you as well. Get it? Frank Castle. I really don't have interest in that weapon. I'm pretty sure it's hot garbage. Because, let me be real. When would I ever need to pull out a weapon with Blair when I can literally lawnmower all my enemies to death? It doesn't make sense. If you hear me on that. Dash, that's exactly what I mean, and I get you. When I saw Venture, I was like, okay. Then you get Emma Frost, and it's like, okay. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Jono, how's it going, mate? Pizza Boy, no, I cannot, and I would never do that anyway. Because, in case you did not notice, my channel is one of those channels that is very straight up and honest. If I have to earn my viewership by giving away Caliber, that's not gonna work. And anyone that's here for that kind of stuff can leave straight away, all right? I'm gonna tell you right now, Pizza Boy, and I hope you never ever ask about that again. If you want to ask about Caliber, giveaways, and things like that, you shouldn't be here. Because all I'm here to do is make money. So you're supposed to be giving me money. Plain and simple. All right? I want to be very upfront and honest with that. If you're here looking for a giveaway or a handout, there's a door. Get the hell out. I don't want you at my channel. Goes for anybody. All right? I just want to say these facts here. Anyone that comes to a streamer looking for a handout instead of coming here to support a streamer is not somebody I want in my audience. I'm here to earn a living, not to buy fame and viewership by doing giveaways. All right, you can go to lesser streamers for that. Exactly, Damien. And of course, Marvel characters have always looked good. Can't exactly make Venture look good. I mean, they did the whole... They went all in on that character being completely, you know, liquid. So they're gonna have to make very, very neutral skins, which will not have a lot of impact, unfortunately. Because what has been proven by games like this is that people are here for the hot stuff and a story, you know. I don't think Descendants, unfortunately, are not on the option list, and I'll tell you why right now, High Rise Society, because Descendants don't change the player base. They've been releasing Descendants since the start of the game. The player base has been on a continuous trend down, so unfortunately, that's why that's not one of the options. I think that in order to hook the player base, we need to give them the type of content they want. I mean, Qualek, it's true. Doing good, Ultimate Warlord. time to get back to Blair testing. I wanted to do some more work on him. I mean, I already have the build, but now I wanted to play around with this. My fully maxed out God Roll Slayer set. Let's go see what happens with that. He wasn't buffed. Oh, I mean, in the previous balance patch, yeah, he was, but I already gave my judgment on that. Right now, Ultimate Blair is pretty decent because of his modules, so he works well. I have never liked Apex because I don't like any battle royales. Not my thing at all. But anyway, let's see what the community wants and let's see what the community picks. At the end of the day, I want to see what the people really want.
This is Hound Actual, reporting extreme concentrations of void energy within the operation zone. All units, please proceed at your own discretion, but do not exceed your limits.
This is HQ. Enemy reinforcements incoming. Requesting strike on staging area.
I like them well done.
I'll be real with you, I do have to restore my MP more often with this, but so far so good. I always forget I don't have to, you know, do this manually.
That's enough. How was that? Feel the heat?
They did buff them in a balancing patch. Qualek, did you miss the balancing patch? Several male descendants got quite a nice buff, therefore making them actually viable.
Descendant, prime the detonator with your arcade. Then activate the remote detonation device.
Oh no, I'm not worried about that. My MP is fine. Blair restores his own MP. I mean, literally all he has to do is just, you know, hit the skill button and there you go. Gets his MP back. I want to just see a slight range increase for him though, because I feel that that is his biggest and only weakness, if indeed he even has a weakness. Because realistically, Blair has few, if any, weaknesses at all. And having to hit his MP button more than once would be the only problem. Well, I always publish patch notes on my channel, so you got to be following my YouTube channel and make sure you turn notifications off. If you're following somebody else, you won't get the news fast. This is the only official channel that works, well, at the proper speed. And we don't post highlights of the patch notes. I will read through the whole patch notes for you. So if you aren't already following my YouTube channel and you want to learn the best, well, this is the place for it. If you ask me, Thanos, all 4th skills should have 60 seconds cooldown max. I don't care which descendant it is. I don't care how OP it makes them. I don't believe any 4th skill should have a long cooldown. But that is a bit, like, different, because that might drastically change more than one descendant. And I feel that the rules should apply standard across the board. Some flexibility, sure. You know, I'm okay with some flexibility, but ultimately, for me, I feel that every 4th skill needs to be maximum.
Burn, baby, burn.
Maximum 60 seconds. That way with max cooldown, it brings it down to 6-second cooldown. And, you know, you can enjoy. Because the game should be about power fantasy. That's the way I would do it. The only difference in using Slayer set is just that you'll need a bit more skill management, that's all. I'm not even worried about his, like, being low on MP, I'm just saying skill management. I feel that if the base range of Blair's skills were increased,
Mission complete.
by,
Transport inbound.
well,
See you
more than what we have now, he would do even better. Because I feel that that's what he's lacking the most. Base range. Not expandable range, don't give me expandable range. Base range. If they want to give me expandable range, I will take another 50%, sure. But they must also increase the base. End of story. Of course, Thanos. There are several other characters that are in the same boat. Freyna, for example, is 110. That's what I'm saying. I don't believe any ultimate should be, you know, that high.
Arrival at the operation zone. Proceed with caution.
This
First
is
and
HQ.
foremost, Pizza
Enemy
Boy, I want to know why you
reinforcements
even
inbound.
asked about caliber for
Requesting strike
FTP
on
players,
staging
alright?
area.
I'll be very real with you. I'm not into viewers that are looking to beg caliber and stuff like that because I curate my viewers. Unlike other streamers, I'm a very professional kind of guy. So, unless you can answer that question, okay, I will not address or speak to you because, quite frankly, I don't like people that look for handouts or freebies. Take note that I do this as a job.
That's a nice burn.
So it's very important to me to have viewers that understand my values and support that. Best mobbing OP, I've got no idea what an OP means, but there's no such thing as best mobbing. There are several choices for mobbing. You should choose what you like, Jay. But usually people get bunny first. If you're searching for totally OP, sorry, the devs have recently balanced things, so unfortunately there's no OP choice anymore. Duration to me is unnecessary, but I'm going to test the impact of having less. I had enough duration to make the skills last a bit longer, but I'm starting to question whether or not I need that. Because I could, in theory, choose a much higher damage variant of this build. So I'm going to establish the baseline and then adjust accordingly.
Job complete. Begin the void energy purification operation. Descendant.
Pretty much, yeah, Dash. That's exactly the reason why I thought to myself, what the hell is a 120-second cooldown? Like, if you're going to give me a cooldown that long, then it needs to be game-changing. You can check my video, and I went through some of the options and choices, but basically, there's no such thing as best ultimate component set. It depends on your playstyle and what you're trying to do, dude. If you want to sacrifice survival, go for Slayer set. You know, you want survival, you can go with my set that I've shown in my video. There's no such thing as best. Everything entails a sacrifice and an alteration based on your playstyle and what you want to achieve. Take note of that. I hope so, Pizza Boy, because the one thing I hate are those viewers who look for a handout. Alright, so make sure it never happens again, Pizza Boy. We are very serious about the rules on this stream. And when I get a feeling from a viewer that they're not somebody that gels with my community, I throw them out without hesitation because I'm not concerned about viewership. I would do the same show whether I have 50 viewers, 60 viewers, 100 viewers, doesn't really matter to me. What matters is the quality of my viewers and who they are as people. So keep that very clearly in your mind, all right? We're not like other streamers here. You want to come to the best? Then, well, you better recognize that we do things differently. Thank you, John, for putting up my links. But if you don't mind, can you space out the linking a bit more? Put it up occasionally. We don't want to inundate viewers, especially during the discussion streams. So in future, if you become a moderator when I need it, right? Same thing. Avoid putting up links often. Try to do it maybe once every hour, and that's usually good enough. Because if you post the links a bit too much, it might be difficult. Because some viewers may feel that it's too disruptive. However, I thank you for it, and of course, I will happily request if I need some extra.
I like them well done.
Yeah, no problem at all, man. Depending on certain operations, right? Because, you know, Rena will have his job now, so he'll be stepping down as main mod. So I may have to hire others. So during that time, I'm just prepping people that I know I can trust, just in case. I promise I won't work you guys too hard, though. Genuinely, modding for me is more like just here, have some extra power. But thank you very much for always doing what you do. I mean, I do most of the modding myself anyway, so it's all good. Hey, Lewis, good to see you.
Transport inbound.
Jay, for the Blair reactor and all that, please check the video on my channel. All right. Anyone asking questions about? Hey, Rena, congratulations on a new job, my man, and for 2 years with me on this channel. Thank you so much, and for being my main and only mod. Usually for streams during that entire time. Thank you very much for 2 years of you helping my career. This man's a legend. This man's a legend. All right, like I said, back when I was funnily enough, remember before Saints Row imploded, I was actually a partner for Saints Row and I did a stream for them, and I had 1 viewer during that stream. Well, 2. Kaz was chilling in the background having a nap, and then there was Rena, and that's all we had for Saints Row. It was so sad. And you know, I had a lot of fun with the game. Sure, I can see why some people didn't like it because the previous series were crazier, but, you know, it was fun. Ah, well. It is what it is, right? Anyway, don't forget to like the stream, guys. I am not seeing a significant ratio of likes. If you guys don't know this yet, make sure you guys actually like the stream as soon as you get in. Usually, if you like the stream within the first 20 minutes of entering the stream, it really helps out your streamer for free. So please make sure you guys do a little bit of that. Alright, if you haven't liked the stream yet, do so. That way more people can come in and enjoy. You know what we need, though? We need to check on Foxy. We haven't seen her in 2 days. I'm getting worried. We should check on the Fox and make sure she's alive. She's probably inundated with work, but we should check on her. I will check on her later. If anyone else wants to check on her, feel free to do so. Hit her with the shame bells for not showing up.
Good.
The game was fun. Dead Island 2 was also fun. But yeah, no, all of it was a ride. But you know, it's so different now. But 2 years, man, things have changed a lot, and we've been working. We've really been working our asses off. You know. Never regretted it for a day, though. Like I said, I don't worry about viewership, just the quality of my viewers. I want to know that the people that are with me on this journey are genuinely here to see me succeed. Doesn't matter if it's 10, doesn't matter if it's 20. So long as it is the people, I will continue to serve the people in the correct, appropriate manner. Yeah, I know. But that's why I'm like, where is she? She needs to be here. You know? Also, Mystic hasn't shown up yet, which means that when she does show up, she's getting 100% bullied. Because she did not show up on time. So, I'm gonna have a field day today. Oh no, he's still a moderator. He's just not gonna be here. His powers are not exactly getting taken away. He still has his powers. It's just that I might add more moderators while he's busy with his job. Oh, no, 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 no. Nobody warned Mystic. No, no, no. She don't get no warning. It's a surprise for when she gets in here, you know? She gonna learn today. Congratulations, Evan. But seems like a good season. Everybody appears to be getting jobs. So good. I'm proud of you guys. Keep it up. Now, if only my music had a few million listeners, then damn, I could take it real easy. Good job, Siggy. Yep. For me, I gotta keep plugging away at my music until I hit Until I hit the big time. It's coming though. I know it. In a year or two, people are gonna know my name.
Perfectly done. Huh. That's a nice burn.
Probably because I have so much music to my name anyway. But they gonna know my name.
It's cooking time.
True, you never know.
Operation completed.
Nice,
Awaiting
Rosie.
transfer to transport
Good to hear
position.
that.
Well done, Descendant.
Again. Seeing 358. This is my full-time job, Inverted Insight. Yeah. I actually make enough from streaming and stuff to live. Well, thanks to my amazing viewers. Like I said, this is why I curate my viewers.
This is Hound Actual to all personnel. Void storm is intensifying. Conditions are unfavorable.
But Chen Siddhartha,
Caution.
well,
Over.
Siddhartha Chen's my real name. And that's what I use for my music, because I have to use your legal name for that. But yes. RER Coachella is going to be one that y'all can attend with like 0 fees right from your home. Why? Because it'll just be a live stream of all my AI music. No, maybe we do some videos or something, you know? Wouldn't that be in it? Wouldn't that be awesome? The first fully online AI Coachella. And I'll partner with like some beer companies, deliver the beer right to your house. Yeah, of course, man. You think I put that name for fun? Of course that's my legal name. I'm pretty sure everybody knows that that's my legal name. You'll usually hear Truffles call me Sid. That's what it gets shortened to. Oh, that's okay, Lewis. You vote for whichever one you want the most. And it's all good, you know? Vote accordingly. Nothing wrong with that. And CJ, this game has always been good, but, you know, it depends on whether you enjoy it. I really enjoy it. You know, but, yeah, your choice, man. Yeah, it is. Very safe, dude. YouTube can absolutely be trusted. Because, believe me, if it wasn't trustworthy, actually, I'll be real with you. YouTube's more trustworthy than Twitch or several of the other streaming websites. Because don't forget, YouTube is big and YouTube is run by Google. And while Google does have data breaches occasionally, most of them are never serious.
Feel the heat? I bet you're feeling the heat.
So yeah, you can absolutely support. Yeah, fair enough.
Descendant, enemy troops are being transferred in large numbers. You must attack their point of origin.
Well optimized and safer. I mean, like I said, I'm pretty sure Twitch, considering the kind of streamers they have on there, yeah, much more likely to breach. Just saying.
I like them well done. Perfectly done.
Pattern Elias. Deploying arcade. I am
Well done.
the original.
But you know, Lewis, I understand that people might need, you know, more than one option. But right now, like, my main goal is to see what people desire the most. What means the most to our people? That's what I want to determine. Hey, nice job, Austin. Jono just hit it this morning, and I've been going ham. I've actually, like, fully gone back into the game and everything. I've been training my champs like crazy. Just got one of my legendaries to 6-star, making them level 60. So my damage has gone up. I've been slaying the clan bosses hard so that you guys can get more loot from that.
Mission complete.
So yeah, just been working my butt off.
See you soon.
Not really, Intellium, because I don't really want to do that. Rather, I'm already releasing albums through official channels, so I'm all good. A 1-hour playlist, You can make your own, literally, anyway. And I actually prefer if viewers make their own, because if you create a public playlist, what will happen is that more people can discover me through your playlist of my music. So I'd rather you just create your own playlist and have it all autoplay as much as you like. Well, yes, indeed. And if anyone wants to join in, there's still 1 week to go. And by the way, 1 week for signups. You still have time even after that 1 week to do whatever you want. So here's my link for Raid. Feel free to download and play the game. It's free. We have our own Robot Nation clan that you can join. We still need members anyway. So yeah, hop on in if you like. And, you know, if you just play to level 12, I still get a bag. And if you don't like it after that, uninstall. It takes like less than a day to get level 12. And it's very fast, so give it a try. I do not like DistroKit. I'll be honest with you, Ziggy, they seem very shady. I had looked at them, and I do not want to release with them. I'm very happy with my current distributor. My current distributor works very well, and they're working pretty hard. So I'm satisfied with them overall. They've even helped me get my verified artist status on Spotify. So I don't recommend DistroKit. You want a good distributor? On a budget, look for these guys. They're literally called Too Lost, and they're fantastic. I'm working with them right now, and yeah, no problem with membership payments, no problem with anything. Yep. They set out their support answers questions whenever asked, and they're really, really good. I am genuinely very happy to be working with them, you know? Thanks to them, I'm a verified artist on Spotify. You can check. I actually have a tick on Spotify, despite only having about 68 monthly listeners for now. But it's only going to go up from here. So look forward to it.
Wide-range shaping charge drop complete. Begin the void
It was a lot of
energy
heartache to find
purification
anyone
operation.
that would even take AI music, but I'm glad I
Find
did.
the detonator with
I'm
your
glad I
RK.
took the chance.
Then activate the remote
Ultimate Blair is
detonation
decent. I've
device.
already given my thoughts on the stream where I tested him, but basically he's a lawnmower. So if you like mowing the lawn, you know, dishing out big crits while mowing the lawn, you can play Blair. I'm currently, because I don't need survival, I'm currently playing him with the Slayer set for maximizing my damage. I haven't tested out the Firebrand set. I'll probably do a comparison at a later time. But I'm trying to get the best possible Firebrand set right now, so yeah. But I haven't really done a timescale test. Oh yes, I am clearing the mobs out. By the way, guys, don't forget to like the stream, and I'll check in with a poll a little bit after this. Of course, that's exactly what I said. For me, if they want to buff Blair, just increase his range. Honestly, that's all he really needs right now. If Blair could have properly increased range, I would be very grateful. And I think that that's what he really needs to become a top-tier character. In my personal opinion. I could always be wrong about that, but I don't think I am.
I love it. Watch the floor. I'll torch it all. Good.
They fixed one of the biggest problems with Blair with this particular build anyway. They fixed the whole he has casting time issues. Now you don't have to worry about it. So next level recipe really turned Blair into a monster. And I love that.
Good. I love it. Claim on.
Nice job, Rosie. I look forward to that. And Jono, honestly, how's your day today? Have you been having a good day, pal? How's the vibe today, my dear friend? These days, because I'm so busy bullying Mystic and Princess Star, you know, I never really get a chance to talk to my boys.
Well done, Descendant.
So I always got to check in with them whenever I can. Never forget your brothers, people. Why aren't the set stats fixed? Because that's the way the developers decided to do it. Different stats will have different stat amounts, so yeah. That's just how they want it, Thanos. Ask the devs, not me. Okay, let's take a look at the polls. After 137 votes, we are currently looking at more game mode and dungeon content appears to be the option. Story-based content is actually taking a bit of a backseat compared to this.
This is hound
So
action to all personnel.
maybe that's why they don't
Void
work on
storm
story
is
enough. People
intensifying.
seem to want the
Conditions are
dungeon
unfavorable.
content more,
Proceed
which
with
is very
caution.
interesting.
Over.
I actually expected stories to come out ahead. So this, for me, is a bit of an odd thing. But it's a very interesting thing to note. So thank you to everyone who shared their opinions thus far. Let's see how the polls evolve from here on out.
Torch it all! Feel the heat?
I am a lawnmower digging a hole, diggy diggy hole, diggy diggy lawnmower.
I love it! How was that?
See you later, Lady Neo. Please enjoy, Leaf.
This is HQ.
I do be loving my
Enemy
Peacemaker.
reinforcements incoming. Requesting strike.
Fucking time! That's a nice bird! Feel the heat? I love it! Retrieval. How was that? I like them well done. Retrieval.
Yeah, a lot of people did that.
Feel the heat? How was that? Prepping time! Feel the heat? Ah-ha! It's cooking time! Looks like we're done. I love it! Loading. Ha! Yeah-ha!
Hey, Joe, what up?
Flame on!
Good to see you, my friend.
I'll torch it all! Watch the floor! Done. Right. Enjoy your meal!
Okay.
Mission complete. Transport inbound.
Nice.
See you soon.
I mean, I've got more than 98 viewers on YouTube right now. TikTok's got 1, so King Vortex, of course. TikTok's just an extra for me. It's just a great way to meet new extra people. But most of the time, I direct them to my YouTube anyway. I never look at the visual indicator, but if it helps you, Hellier, then go for it.
This is Hound Actual, reporting extreme concentrations of void energy within the operation zone. All units, please proceed at your own discretion, but do not exceed your limits.
Bon appetit! Watch the floor! Looks like we're done. How was that? Look, killer! Feel the heat? Done. Left guard.
Itchy foot.
Descendant, we're detecting RK life signs inside a vulgar structure.
Good. Flame on. I bet you're feeling the heat. Yeah.
Boom.
Retrieval.
The
Descendant,
higher MP cost
enemy
is
troops are being transferred in large
wild,
numbers.
but
You must attack their point of
doesn't
origin.
really matter because of the damage now, which I can enjoy.
Done. Knock yourselves out. Looks like we're done. Watch the floor.
Passion Elias, deploying RK. I am the original.
Doing good, Saifuden. Can't really complain.
Flame on.
Having my fun with Ultimate Blair.
Damn it. It's cooking time. I'll torch it all.
Oh my.
Hound Actual to HQ.
None of them, Alex.
Requesting transport support.
You can play whichever one you want, but nobody invests in any of them early in the game. If you're new, Mr. Alex, here's what you need to learn. Go look for my ultimate FTP survival guide on this channel. There's also a playlist of all my TFD videos. I suggest you check them out. But the first and most important thing is go look up my ultimate FTP survival guide. That's all you need to do until you get to hard mode. Then go get Ultimate Bunny. All right. Once you're in hard mode, go farm Ultimate Bunny. She's farmable in normal mode, but you want to get to hard mode first. Then go get yourself Ultimate Bunny, build her build, which is already on my channel, and you're good to go. Don't waste time investing until you do all that. Okay? Enjoy. Okay, let's go see the spoils of war so far. And if we need more, we'll go farm some more. There's plenty of background
New
music.
super chat received.
The in-game background music. If you want my music to play, maybe later, Thanos. I'll wait until I see your first donation to the channel. Okay, yes, this is the TFD stream. I think you're in the wrong place, sir. You might want to go find an Oblivion Remastered stream. Good sir. Why did you not check the Blair build video, SBG? Yeah, I'll wait till I see your donation, Thanos. Okay, this is a good plague set. Do we have a Firebrand processor yet? No, we don't. You know what? I'll take this for now. No. Okay. Just gonna make sure that I have all the stats that I want before I try it out. But we're getting there. Well, then go rewatch the video. You do realize I would give you everything, right, good sir? So please don't be one of those, good sir. I ask you kindly, sir. Please, please, please go do what you're supposed to do, my friend. Characters are not on the list because, quite frankly, Cobra, characters have failed to improve the player base count. And those of you that haven't liked the stream yet, make sure you do. If you like my stream within the first 20 minutes of getting in, it is a great way that you can help your streamer for free. I'm just saying, okay? I'm just saying. But genuinely, you can help your streamer out in a very, very meaningful manner. Okay, movement speed minus 5%. On fire, skill attack against an enemy. Fire enemies, fire resistance minus 30. Let's upgrade these fully, and then we'll see, compared to the Slayer set, how we're doing. I don't know. I haven't done the challenge mode, and I'll be very frank with you, Eric, nor do I care about the challenge mode. If you want to take on the challenge mode, you can wait for me to do it much later in the season, but I have zero interest in the challenge mode because there's a lot more that I want to work on, more meaningful things. The challenge mode is only if you want to get on the leaderboard or if you've got nothing better to do with your life. And in which case, I would say you may as well not waste your time. You really want cores, you're better off farming the VP stage 30 because you can only get the rewards from challenge mode once, so doing it is pointless unless you, like I said, have a lot of time to spare. So, choice is yours, but I'm not even going to bother. Why don't you finish Serena first, then you can take it on. Because I cleared the first level with Serena, then I realized it's a massive waste of time, and I stopped. I did it mostly just to showcase to people that my builds still work, but at the end of the day, I'm not going to bother with it for now. I will at a later time, but leaderboard-based content is of no interest to me. This is such a waste of materials, but you know what? I don't care. I will go with it. Not sure why you post that twice, Joe, but doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, that has nothing to do with the poll today because character-based releases still haven't helped the game. Say it again. If character-based releases help the game, then I'd be all for it. I'd be jumping for joy. But the truth is that they haven't. And that is what has disappointed me thus far. I would love to see if Descendant releases actually improve the game drastically. But so far, all it has done is cause the community to be divided. And if the character is overpowered, then pretty much GG, because then there'll have to be a nerf down the line, which will get the game review bombed, so on and so forth. It doesn't exactly result in good feelings, which I'm sure you can understand as well. The content has always been the problem, hence why I'm even conducting this poll. I just want to see what type of content would interest people the most. No, I haven't. I'm still farming the sets at this moment. I may try it at a later date, but to me it looks more like a Keelan set than anything else. That being said, why don't you try it for me and see how you feel about it? Because unless I'll be real with you, Zars. Unless a bossing Freyna is gonna beat Serena's kill time of like practically 1 second, why would I even bother? You know, just being frank, why would I bother? It seems to me foolish to worry about bossing with any other character when you have Serena, who is the most efficient bosser. And you know, you should enjoy her now before the eventual nerf comes. When the eventual nerf comes, people need bossing builds, then sure. But right now, the most diversity is in farming builds rather than bossing builds, which is why I'm bothering to work so hard on them. And plus, I'd rather use Shell Crusher on Serena and absolutely rip and tear even harder, which would be pretty awesome, not gonna lie. I don't know, Craig. I'll see who donates first. Whenever I finally get that 500 for either Jaber or Luna, which whoever they want to see me suffer more on, I'll do that. You know, I'm always open to it, Craig. I'm open to the suffering. But, you know, they have to show their willingness.
This is Hound Actual to all personnel. Void Storm is intensifying. Conditions are unfavorable. Proceed with caution. Over.
Okay, let's see how Blair feels.
Specialized Vulgus aircraft has stopped to resupply. It's defenseless.
The Firebrand set, as cool as it is,
Shoot
just
it down.
seems off.
Looks like we're done. Feel the heat? I love it! Pisses me off.
Yep, that's the price I set last time, John. You know? So we'll have to wait and see who wants to make me suffer.
Perfectly done.
If they want it enough, they'll meet my price. Well, most arcade tuning SBG, if you learn your lessons well, is actually quite dissimilar. Which you will notice, almost all skill-based descendants are all the same. So, you should be able to get fairly close if you've learned your Robot Nation lessons well. No, Blair's exactly the same. I'm pretty sure you're high.
Detecting RK life signs inside a Vulgus structure.
I've been hearing him day in, day out for the past few days. Zero change.
Looks like we're done. Feel the heat? That's a nice burn.
Kamehameha! Although, theoretically, that's not a Kamehameha, but you get what I mean. My methods are harsh, but the best. I'm also dealing way less damage compared to the Slayer set, which irritates me.
I like them well done. Feel the heat? Done. That's a nice burn. Watch the floor. Looks like we're done.
Yeah, it would be cool, but I think they don't have enough time to do that. You know how weak they tend to be.
I am the original.
They're not strong enough for that, Craig. Well, they have to hire the voice actors unless they use terrible AI voices, which I don't think they want to do. And besides, if they use AI voices, their AI would have to be on the quality of the AI I use for my music. They're not all that easy, I think.
I like them well done.
No, it's free, Jake. You just sign up for free. You just have a free SoundCloud account. In fact, you don't even need an account to listen to my tracks. You don't have to pay a thing for SoundCloud. You only pay for SoundCloud if you want to upload music. Unless they change their policies, but I'm pretty sure you can listen for free. You also have, just in case you need to know, you can also listen to my tracks on the YouTube Music channel. There's the YouTube Music channel. Hit that link. You can go there and you can subscribe to that channel. No, it doesn't do anything other than that, YN. That is correct. It only does HP, MP, and ammo, unfortunately. Yes, his 4 is more of a spirit bomb, but I don't know. Sounds good to say Kamehameha, even though it's not, obviously. Considering that they expanded their dev team, I'm pretty sure they don't have money for the voice actors, because that's going to be an additional cost. And considering our low player base, I don't know if they'll be able to recoup the cost. Otherwise, I think it would be actually be very good if the because look, yesterday's peak, just as an example, was 11,400. Today's peak is only 10,500. We're already past the peak, so we just dropped another 1,000 players, which means players aren't staying. They're coming for the updates, but players aren't staying.
Descendant.
Why?
Confirm arrival at the operation zone. Proceed.
Yes, more drops for code breakers and cores. Sorry, I forgot about that as well. Not for weapon cores. No, not for weapon cores. Code breakers, yes. Weapon cores, no. Weapon cores are the same whether you have it or have not. I tested it, and it's a placebo effect. You will think that you're getting more, but in actuality, I've been getting the same amount. So I'm going to be real with you about that. I actually stopped using... At first, I thought it also helped my weapon cores, so I did it. But then I realized that I was getting more cores without it, and I proved it live on stream. If you don't know who the character in the thumbnail is, Zoro, you need to play and finish the storyline, man. You'll enjoy it. Then you'll find out who that is. No spoilers, gang. This guy might be new. Don't give him any spoilers. Play the storyline, then you'll find out. Well, once you reach Mastery Rank 20, of course. No, I didn't, because it's unnecessary. I can just tell you. Besides, if it was a useful stat, I would have put it in my build videos. But most people don't consult the extra knowledge videos, so I don't really bother. Unless it's very, very important, and this is not important. Like I said, people should be just following my build videos. Use the stats that I'm using, and that's it. Temporary, welcome back to the game, but how dare you even ask me a question? Execute this man for even speaking to me. I'm just joking. I'm just here to chill and farm reactors and external components. Because several external components only drop in the Sigma sector. I'm just seeing if they're worth it. Lots of people are trying out these external components, but getting good rolls on them is a pain. So I finally managed to get some good rolls on them. I've maxed them out, and now I'm trying them out. See how they feel. But I'm going to be real with you. I'm not liking the Firebrand set at all. It does less damage than the Slayer set. So that's the first problem. And the second problem is that it lowers your movement speed, therefore making your overall completion time lower. Sigma sector is for farming reactors and external components. Everybody should know this. Failure to know this information means that you have not learned a damn thing from my channel. And remember, you should be watching my channel 24/7 when I stream TFD. You got spare time, watch old streams and learn more. Learning is important in this game. And you know, whoever said they don't even have money to fix the tooltips, you're right. They don't. If they could fully fix the tooltips, life would be great. Salim, everybody knows why Peacemaker instead of Secret Garden. Why would you use Secret Garden? Tell me, what is your reason for using Secret Garden? What do you believe that Secret Garden does for Blair? Okay, because I think you've been watching the wrong person. Anybody who's been watching me already should know why you use Peacemaker instead of Secret Garden. So why don't you start by first telling me the wrong knowledge that you learned about why you should be using Secret Garden? Tell me. And I'll correct your misunderstanding. Because it sounds to me like you've been watching the wrong creators doing the wrong things.
Perfectly done.
Glad to know I taught you something, Austin.
That's enough. Reload.
Ha! You have learned the completely wrong thing. 20-something skill power boost. Okay. Okay. Did you learn this from another streamer or another content creator? Or maybe you learned it from Reddit? Or please be honest when you say this. Did you learn this from another content creator or streamer? Because if you did, you need to block that person because they've taught you completely the wrong thing. If you learned this from Reddit or the official Discord, you'll understand why nobody ever goes there. Don't give him the answer just yet, Fred. I'm going to explain it, but first I want to know where he learned this misinformation. Because anybody that's spreading misinformation about this game, okay, you need to stop watching them or, you know, interacting with them because this is going to hurt other players. If you not only listen to misinformation, but spread misinformation, that's even worse. That's why everybody only watches this channel. You can watch other channels if you like, but you're just going to get bad information. So if you learned this from another content creator, then that's the problem. If you take that as aggression, Mr. Ben, then that's on you. But it sounds to me like you're offended because maybe you are one of those absolute losers in the background who likes to lie to people. Sounds disgusting to me. But anyway, you're welcome to still stay at my stream. We're not going to kick you out because, you know, it's better that we get to see losers in action. Okay, now, let me first show you why people are so wrong about the Secret Garden. Read the unique ability. First and foremost, when using a dimension skill, it recovers custom resource. This does not buff your skill power at all. All right? Yeah, don't pretend. Don't pretend, Bend. All right? All of y'all trolls say exactly the same thing. Y'all all say, "Oh, I'm not a loser. I watch you all the time." No, you freaking don't. And I'll tell you why. Because I literally remember every single person that comes to my stream. Okay? So don't ever try that line with me. Okay? Now stay in the back line, jackass, because I've got some teaching to do. Okay, Salim, never do that. Don't just look at what gun most players are using or things like that. You need to understand every single gun and what it does. Take a look at this. Your dimension skill does not boost your skill power at all. All it does is recover custom resource, which Blair does not even use. Next, pest control is only triggered when using a tech-based skill. I've explained this multiple times in the videos concerning the actual guns themselves. So this is why if you consult my Valby video, and you must never miss a video, when I explained the Valby video, I explained the Peacemaker. Now, here, okay, your tech-based skills do not boost your skill power attack at all. Oh, please, by all means do. You were never subscribed in the first place. Do it, Ben. Do it. Go, go. I always remember you, Rosie. No problem. Anyway, remember that none of this benefits Blair. Okay? So people who use the Secret Garden on Blair, usually it's because it is like a speed stick. So it's because of the sprint speed. So the sprint speed, sometimes they use it because of that, but you can do the exact same thing with the Peacemaker. The Peacemaker can have the exact same amount of sprint speed that the Secret Garden can have because it's got 2 yellow sprint speed cores, and then you can put a 3rd sprint speed on the in place of firearm attack X if you want to. Yes, the bars do count for the custom resource for his meatball build, but the meatball build is so slow compared to his lawnmower build that it is ineffective to actually use it. We did try it, but there was no point in using it. Plus the Peacemaker, okay, the Peacemaker triggers on dimension-based skills. Now, Blair does not benefit from the increased non-attribute skill power. He doesn't. But he does benefit from the fact that you can trigger the rapid-fire ability of the Peacemaker, therefore allowing you to practically whip out the gun, bust in somebody's face, you know, and absolutely murder elites, bosses, whatever. You can do that with this gun thanks to the fact that Blair is dimension type. So that's why pros will use the Peacemaker. Because you'll notice that when a boss comes out, now I don't have to do that with his because his farming build is so strong, but when a boss comes out, you can literally just whip it out and shoot them really fast, and that's it. All right, you can even use this on certain objectives like the Void Ship, things like that, whereas the Secret Garden does not have this benefit. Now, you can try the Meatball build if you want, but the fact of the matter is the Meatball build does not actually boost anything, and it is very, very slow. The Meatball build is, realistically speaking, only utilized for, effectively, in my personal opinion, it is utilized more for bossing than anything else. So you can utilize it for that, but the choice is at the end of the day yours. I don't find his Meatball build good for bossing. If I was going to boss with Blair, I'd rather build a gun build, but Serena is so much better right now, so I have no reason to build a Blair-based gun build. So I hope that fully answers your question, Salim. This is why when you are unsure about things, make sure you consult the videos, make sure you check the information, because, yeah, if you interpret things incorrectly, or, you know, and I get very worried because a lot of people spread misinformation out there. So I am very, very cautious. But yes, I hope this helps to explain. Now, please consult the Valby video because everybody should know why the Peacemaker is good. All right. If you don't know why it is, always check several other videos where the weapon features or things like that. This was used on Valby before, and I've explained it several times on stream, which is why I didn't know that people still did not know about that. So hopefully this information helps. Welcome to this channel. And remember, only trust information from reliable sources such as official creators like myself. All right, you trust information from some guy like that Ben guy, you know. Clearly, look at his offensive name, you know. You trust information from people like that, you always go wrong. Of course, I approve of people thinking for themselves, but sometimes it's better to just follow the leader. It helps you make wiser decisions, for the most part. Okay. Hello, Neo, and Anbukari, exactly. Certain characters use certain guns. That's why you must follow the build videos. If a gun is necessary for a character, it will be in the build video. If during the weapon section, I just say you can use whatever, then you can use whatever. Always watch the full build videos because they will teach you everything. Failure to do so means that you are the one that will suffer at the end of the day. And look, it's always a personal choice, okay? There's no such thing as max for skill power, no. You can shove in as much as you want, but because you are effectively trying to multiply your skill power, as per my video on how skill power multiplies, you don't want all your eggs in one basket. You want to diversify so that they all multiply with each other. All right? So do take note of that.
This is Hound Action.
And where is Foxy when we need her? I don't know. All the ladies seem to be out of action other than Rosie today. So, I don't know where all the ladies are. I'm going to have to scold them all when they eventually come back, you know?
Large-scale Vulgus transfer. Attack their deployment points.
Good.
But I'll definitely check on the Foxarella tonight. See if she's aight. She sees an eye, donut.
I'll torch it all.
Yep, figured I'd say it for the people that don't know yet.
Reload. Retrieval.
As much as I want to like the Firebrand set, Blair feels so slow with it. Walking Ghost, please consult the YouTube video that I put out on his build. Alright, it's on my channel, Real Asian Robot. You shouldn't need to ask me on stream, because everything you need to know is always in my build videos. I cover everything in detail. So welcome to the best and only channel that's actually professional about this shit. You can now enjoy everything. Unlike other channels, I don't force you to come around and sit at my stream and, you know, learn stuff. No, just go to the build video and that's all you do. You don't even need me as a streamer. I don't think it does, Salim. Serena with Malevolent is efficient. So if anyone's rage quitting over that, then they are the world's worst human beings and very, very dumb. I have never seen a person rage quit over a game being made easier and being able to respect their own time more. So to those people, I'm pretty sure they don't even play the game. They're probably just trying to destabilize our game. No problem, Walking Ghost. Like I said, welcome to the best and only channel that actually helps. Enjoy. All movement buffs help all characters. Increase your sprint speed as much as you can. Like, if I really wanted to do super fast farming and I really wanted to specialize, say, a character only in farming, I would have a triple sprint speed roll Peacemaker or a triple sprint speed roll Speed Stick and just use that. That helps you reach about 1,300 movement speed and you go home. This Peacemaker is in the library, dude. Not sure where you're looking, buddy. But, Neo, if you go here, weapon, okay? Peacemaker's right here. You hit that, you find out the acquisition information. Try it yourself, Neo. This is your homework. You need to learn how to acquire everything in this game through the library. You should never need to ask anyone. Every bit of information you need to know is in the library about item acquisition. Learn to read it, learn to interpret it, and get good. All right. So that's your homework right now, Neo.
Looks like we're done.
Go learn. Always take notes, because I'm here to teach. I'm here to show you guys the actual methodology. For the Dimension mod for Blair. What is a Dimension mod? You're using incorrect terminology, Flex the Dawn. There's no such thing as a Dimension mod. So, what are you trying to ask about? I want him to confirm for himself, Thanos. Because the person must confirm for themselves. Do they mean reactor? I can't teach you if I don't know what you want to learn, sir. So please speak carefully. Nothing wrong with being a little blind, Neo. So long as you learn eventually. Like I said, that's your homework now. Okay, if you need to know about the reactor stats, can you please consult the video? Because anything you need to know about reactors, external components is all in my build video. Please watch the build video and watch it fully. You watch the full build video, you'll learn everything you need to know. You don't actually ever need to ask me. Sometimes you miss stuff. I never miss, Ziggy. Missing is for nerds. The command is not playlist, Damien. A playlist of my videos, the command is TFD.
Extraction from Operation Zone initiated. Good work, Descendant.
Is Blair's cast animation still slow? Yep. I was born awesome, Demion. That's why everybody hangs out here. Only people who can withstand my awesome presence hang out with me. But yeah, anyone that needs reactor information, external component sets, go to my build videos. Salim, chances are if I don't build a weapon or don't have a build video for it, then yep, it's not worth it. Most likely. That being said, I have to be fully honest with you. I have not built the truly deadly arson because, number one, I don't think it's worth it. I haven't seen anyone do fantastic, enormous damage with it. And second, you have to farm it in the normal game mode, so I'm like, I don't really want to do that. He is not slower than Ajax, no. Blair is faster than Ajax. In fact, he's about Sharon speed, if done correctly. If you play him correctly, he is about Sharon's farming speed, which is pretty darn fast. So, Blair is far from the slowest. But, again, caveat, he has to be played correctly.
I'll torch it all!
Playing him incorrectly will not give you the results you want. I mean, which other guy can go burn a ship?
It's cooking time!
Yep, we did.
Good.
I think you missed the testing. Increasing gun DPS, just follow the build videos. For specific guns, I will usually do a specialized video that explains their stats, all that kind of stuff.
Burn, baby, burn!
DPS is irrelevant. All you want is the maximum results, and I'll tell you why. DPS is a lie. You can try this for yourself. Why don't you just put in expanded magazine and watch your DPS go up? But your gun isn't actually going to do more damage. It just has the potential to do damage, right? Or more DPS because there's more bullets in the magazine. So don't ever follow DPS. Anyone in the robot nation never looks at DPS. We look at the actual stats of the weapon, we do the calculations ourselves. If you waste time looking at DPS, then you're basically, you know, screwing yourself over. So do take note of that. There's never a need to look at DPS. Also, some modules do not get factored into DPS calculations. I believe that the toxic enhancement, fire enhancement, chill enhancement, lightning and electric enhancement, none of these get factored into a gun. You can test it for yourself, but I'm pretty sure they don't. So be aware of that. Hello, Karma.
It's cooking time!
So I hope that helps, Anbu.
That's enough.
Yeah, I wonder who that someone was. Oh wait, it was me, Ziggy. You can just say, Robot said never to focus on DPS, man. You can mention my name here, just not other content creators' names. Yes. DPS, now, DPS is a good guide, but that's all it is, a guide. Never anything more than a guide. So, a lot of people still get fooled by it and follow it blindly, but you can't follow it blindly. You need to understand how things work and come together. That's why I never look at it. I look at, is my weapon actually performing better? Y or N? If it's performing better, good. If it's not performing better, then I know it's not worth it. That's why I test. If you notice my testing, I only test based on clear times. What is my kill time? What is my clear time? That kind of stuff. I don't test on other factors because it's pointless.
Deploying arcade.
It is a waste.
I am the original.
And hello, Lily. How's it going? I hope you're doing well today.
Retrieval. How was that?
Funnily enough, it's actually irking me that I'm actually quite irritated about the fact that good old Blair over here is so much slower with his firebrand set. Why the negative movement speed? I don't get it. They should have increased his movement speed, if anything. The negative movement speed really hurts.
Extraction from operations.
So he's fast, but
Good work, Descendant.
I don't know. I feel like I could be faster with the Slayer set. Let's keep measuring clear times and we'll adjust accordingly. That's probably for the best. Up to you, Leaf. At least you've got a lot of stuff to do. Alvaro, I'm not a genius. I'm just a normal man. I just learned to use my brain. That's all. Think. Oh, never stop thinking. Also, fun fact. I have a deep-seated fear of dementia because many people in my family have fallen prey to it. So I exercise my brain a lot. Always think and never stop thinking. You ever seen that Goblin Slayer anime or comic, manga, whatever, right? I should probably say manga for the weebs among us. But anyway, if you've seen that, you remember that line when his master was training him and he said, "What have I got in my pocket?" What that means is never stop thinking. What have I got in my pocket? What do I have right now to get me out of this situation?
Attack their deployment.
Same mentality you gotta have no matter what you're doing in life. Work, business, doesn't matter. What have I got in my pocket right now? I ask myself the same thing during ranked matches in PvP. What have I got in my pocket right now? No. I have zero interest in anything like that unless somebody paid my stream rate. So unless they're gonna sponsor me to stream it, I'm not gonna bother. Just pick the option that you want the most decent KH.
Watch the floor.
You could probably do that, Lily. You can absolutely make a gun build for Valby using the Albion cavalry gun. The question is, why would you want to? If you're gonna go gun build, Haley is a far superior choice. I'm just saying. Valby has to sit in a puddle of water to do what Haley does for free.
That's enough.
I do play other games, but I usually rarely, if ever, play anything single player or anything in the same genre as like Skyrim, Oblivion, or whatever, unless I'm sponsored to do so. And I don't see anybody sponsoring that, so there we go. No worries at all, Jono. You don't have to apologize for that. Do your job. It's all good.
Flame on.
Especially now, because I know you're really busy. Now, if somebody paid my hourly rate and was willing to make me stream it, I'd do it, but it gets pretty expensive for viewers, which is why usually I get devs to do that shit. It is always the busy season, unfortunately.
It's cooking time.
You don't have to worry about his cast animation because he annihilates all life. Well, I hope you succeed at that, Jono.
Flame on.
Oh, vengeful one.
Retrieval.
Nope, there's no way to reduce it.
Perfectly done. I love it. Flame on. I like them well done. Kill me, please. Enjoy your meal.
Basically, I take a lot of advantage of Blair's burning skills anyway. No need to worry about cast speed because I can just leave stuff where I know they're gonna come down and burn. So I know the big bad evil guy is gonna be over there, right? So cast my big fireball in advance and
Burn, baby, burn.
watch the fire burn. I don't think so, Lily, because that could drastically shake up the game in a way that we may not want. Yes, I am. Dondola, I don't know if I'll do an updated build for Haley, but we'll see. And MK7, yes, I am the Dark Overlord with insane builds. It's true. Will I play some tunes later on? Might play some tunes right now, actually. So why not?
Descendant, confirm arrival at the operation zone.
So for those that aren't familiar with my AI music, get ready. Because now you about to hear the real deal.
Say goodbye to the man I was. Flesh and bone, cut the soul till it bleeds, till it leaves.
Descendant,
I'll play that during the preview later.
transferred in large numbers. You must attack their point of origin.
Something that I never wanted to pay. I was never enough for them.
How was that?
You were never
Good.
enough for them. Wolf clothing, but I hide the fangs in sheep's clothing. But I am the same. I can't
I just use it tactically, Cobra. I need to up the volume slightly. Yep. Please keep enjoying my music. See, now is the time to bust out those music links, John.
Prime the detonator with your arcade, then
If you want to.
detonation device.
Thanks, John. There's the man right there. See, I only use Blair's Fourth in situations like this, where like the enemies are clumped up and I can hit them all. Well, make sure you're following my Valby build and she'll be fine. But if you're not, then you might struggle a bit. No predictions. Thanks, John. Always appreciate you. I'm just gonna wait and see what the devs cook, Finesse. Maybe they give us Ultimate Jaber, you never know. Nah, don't have any budget for making AI music videos. Everything goes into music. Maybe someday if the music takes off and I make a lot of money from it, I'll happily buy some expensive software to make vids. But a bit impossible for me right now. Because I'm still not making a big profit from music yet. Not making any profit yet. I need thousands and thousands of listeners. So we're just really indie right now. However, you can support me through my stream if you like, and I'll keep creating good music. So keep sharing me with your fans and friends, if you have any fans. And eventually, someday, I'll be able to make music videos. Katie Carroll, it sounds like you're out of the loop for a long time because that happened quite a while ago. She can still be useful in Void Erosion, but I would recommend only going up to stage 24.
All units proceed to transport location. Great work out there.
Stage 24 is the most comfortable. Beyond that, you can adjust accordingly. But yeah, genuinely for Ines, I would use her up until stage 24, then I would shift to a Glay or Serena build to farm effectively. That's what I would do, but I mean, choices are yours. Welcome to the only channel you should be following, by the way. I would suggest not wasting your time with others that may be operating on old information just in case.
Please proceed at your own discretion, but do not exceed your limits.
That's also what I would do. Serena with Malevolent can just kill everything anyway. So you can brute force it with Serena. Until she gets nerfed anyway. I don't know when they'll nerf her, but, well, we'll see. Because I want to, Damien.
Descendant, confirmed a large-scale Vulcan transfer.
What my audience wants to see is fire, so I give them fire and brimstone. I don't think they will, Joe, but, well, we can always hope. We can pray. Prayer is good.
Watch the floor. Looks like we're done. I'll torch it all. I'll torch it all.
No, you cannot, Dark Hearts. You ever try to LFG here, you'll get banned instantaneously. If you're at a streamer's stream, you should be here for the streamer, not for any other purpose. If anyone is here for any other purpose, there's a door over there, you can get the hell out. Plain and simple. If you even have to ask that, it means you don't care about me as a streamer. Just saying, alright? So, I hope that won't be the case, but, well, I just want to be blunt and honest with most of you guys. If you're not here solely to watch and enjoy me, then get out. We don't want you here. This is a place for me and my people. What exactly do you mean, Rango? It's understandable, Dark Hearts, but I will say again, the reason why we don't allow LFG here is because you allow it once, everybody's only going to use it for that purpose. And again, I also have to ask, are people here for me as a streamer? Because even if you're here just to make friends and stuff, why? You should be here for your streamer. You're at a stream, remember that. Okay? So I hope that'll be your purpose, but again, if you're not, then it's better that you leave and go elsewhere. In fact, if you want to make friends, why not the official Discord, World Chat? If you're at a stream, you're here for me. End of story, and I hope that's the case across the board. Enjoy, Alvaro. Strix, I feel that he's about as fast as Sharon. So I don't view him in a negative light. I think he's quite alright. I said World Chat, Dark Hearts. Do you have a problem with my pronunciation? Because I very clearly said World Chat. Go for it, Wayne Butter. Nothing wrong with that. I haven't attempted it because I find it a waste of time, in my personal opinion.
Void energy within the operation zone. All units, please proceed at your own discretion, but do not exceed your limits.
Large-scale vulgar transfer confirmed. Descendant, stop the enemy troop deployment.
I think that they are trying Rengo, but maybe they don't have a direction to go into. That's why I conduct polls and discussions. I want to know what to do so that I can see what direction you should go in.
The transport has dropped a wide-range shaping charge on the
That's the Tormentor Strix.
We need it to purify the moisture.
And look,
Find the detonator with your RK, then hit the detonation
oops, sorry.
device.
You're more than welcome to chase the leaderboard, but take note that we absolutely hate leaderboard chasers here. So if you want to enjoy the stream, please don't speak about leaderboard. We're not a leaderboard chasing community, if you don't mind. So feel free to do whatever you like. Like, I've got nothing against it, but we don't talk leaderboards here because we find them useless for most games. So if you want to hit it as a personal goal, go for it. But we just don't discuss leaderboards here, if you don't mind. And this is all my own music, Strix. You will be able to find it on my SoundCloud or on my YouTube music channel. Where's the last guy? Oh, there he is. Here you go. And here you go.
Cooking time.
Unfortunately, that's how it is, Space Vegeta. That's just the way it is. You know? I don't know why they've chosen this direction, but hopefully they can learn from their players. That's fine until you can get another, but in future, you should never accidentally get rid of something, Katie. Always favorite your ultimate weapons, don't leave them unfavorited. As soon as you get it, don't do anything other than favoriting it straight away, okay? Make sure you set up your filters in accordance with my filter video. You should not be doing anything other than what my filter video does, alright? Otherwise, I have never, literally, never deleted a weapon by accident. So please follow my filter videos, you'll be fine.
I like them well done.
Because I'll tell you right now, accidents don't ever happen. Or should not, if you're doing it correctly. So my methodology is simple. You get a gun, you favorite it. Unfortunately, it will be a lot less effective, yes. But that's your best bet still.
Watch the floor.
I think it does, Rena, but I figure like if they're accidentally deleting stuff, then they're doing something wrong. So I figure I tell them that they need to favorite it straight away. They will 2 seasons later, so you have to wait until I think season 5. Every weapon is always on a 2-season delay. So you'll have to wait till season 3 and 4 pass. I think it'll come in season 5, yeah. Yep, all weapons are 2 seasons delay.
Good. Cooking time.
I don't know how people, you know, manage to delete theirs.
See you soon.
Damien, the end game is just farming. And do I play the other game? No.
My body's gone cold from my head to my toes. I'm falling down this hole.
Yeah, anything gold, I'm very careful in the weapon screen.
This is HQ. Troops are on the ground. Transport is en route to standby position. Best of luck, Descendant.
All of them, Alvaro. All of the builds are for different purposes, so you need to watch them all. She has 3 builds. Build them all. If I make a video, you watch it. There's no such thing as I recommend this one or that one. Nonsense. All of them. You need to understand the differences between all of them. Okay? Yeah. From my channel. If I make a video, you watch it. There is no only watch this video, only watch that video. Nonsense. If I make a video, you watch all of it. Because you need to understand each build is for a different purpose. Make sure you remember that. So always watch every single video. Yes, of course. Of course the fellows are different. Again, this is knowledge that everybody should know. But the fellows are different. They do different things. One dog gives you ammo, the other dog gives you health. Ayo Gibbs, this is my own music that I created, so of course I can play it. But if you were to play commercial music, you'd be hit by copyright.
Watch the floor. I'll torch it all.
Make sure y'all keep up with my patch notes videos. If you guys are new to the channel, welcome to the only channel to get accurate information. However, what I will tell you in advance is that you need to tune into streams constantly, because all this information you would have gotten early if you constantly tuned into my streams. Well, if you only just discovered me, that's a bit impossible, but never miss a stream. At least never miss a TFD stream if you want to learn. I am, Salim, because I've got no time for nonsense and no time to waste. The thing I hate most is misinformation, nonsense, and of course, people who don't know things yet and refuse to learn. Take note that I said refuse to learn. As long as you have a willingness to learn, it's okay. But do understand that there's a lot of information that's already been put out on this channel, and all of you should do your homework first. You should not need to ask most questions on stream. If you need to ask questions on stream, it means you've missed some homework somewhere. So always check the videos first. It's very important. The drop rate modifier applies for your whoever kills it. It doesn't really matter. Either way, it doesn't matter because you don't need to worry about that. Loot, as far as I know, is individual. Listen, I don't care what Reddit says. Whatever Reddit says is their problem.
Looks like we're done.
If somebody can test it and prove it on Reddit, then okay, go ahead. But at the end of the day, I will tell you this one thing, YN. If you're concerned about loot, just play alone. You should never need to play in a team. If you're following my builds, you should be effective alone. So unless you're playing with your friends, in which case, if you are worried about it, test it yourself with your friends. Okay? So I'm just gonna pause this music because the song is awesome, but I want to clear this explanation. What you do to test it is that you and a group of 4 friends, because I'm assuming you're only playing with people because you're friends with them. If you're playing with randoms, why? It's a waste of time. You may as well play alone. So if you're worried about the modifier affecting you, then test it with friends. Only the person with the modifier hits enemies. Check the drops at the end and see if your friend with the modifier has better drops. I don't think that's the case, but yeah. If everybody is getting roughly the same drops, and make sure you do like 10, 20 runs to test this, check your drops after, you'll be able to see. But a lot of this stuff is hard to analyze and hard to test. So my honest advice, YN, don't worry about it. Don't think about it. Just play the damn game. And if you have friends that you're playing with, then just enjoy the game with them. Don't worry about who's getting more drops or this or that. At the end of the day, it's all RNG. In fact, you can even go in without drop rate increase and get tons of drops anyway, like I'm getting right now, because the modification is actually quite small. So I hope that information helps. Y'all should build up the builds. Hey, Underdog, good to see you. Now, do not trust random information you've seen on the internet, and just, you know, be careful with what people say. Always be ready to test it yourself.
I trusted
if you're running a robot build, you should be quite effective on your own. Should being the key word. Unless you have a skill issue. Of course, Damien. If you don't know that I'm a music producer, then you're missing out, bro. You can find me on SoundCloud, Spotify, everywhere. Just look for Real Asian Robot. My YouTube music channel is under a different name, but you'll find out eventually. You can always come to my YouTube channel if you want to learn more about my music. Tell him that I called him very weak, Rosie. And tell him not to be such a weak example of, you know, a gamer. I'm sure he won't be too mad at me saying that. Nope, I'm an AI music producer. This is my beautiful AI singing. I write the lyrics, the AI makes it happen.
I try to please, I try to change, but it's never enough. It's never enough. Lost in a maze, losing my mind. I'm going insane. I'm going insane. Who I was is who I am. I was never enough for them. You were never enough for them. In wolf's clothing, but I hide the fangs.
Nope, sorry, Damien. I will never tell you.
But I am the same.
No producer ever gives away their secrets.
Who I am, and I can't remember who I am.
Okay, I'm a little bit bored of farming.
Limb from limb.
The only people that'll tell you is very, very unprofessional people. Because for them, they don't have anything to lose.
My teeth sink into my skin. Cut me down as my teeth sink into my skin. In wolf's clothing, but I hide the
No problem, Zelg. Thanks for casting your ballot.
fangs clothing.
I'll have a look at it right now, actually.
The same, and I
Let me have a look at the polls so far. So far, 41%. The polls haven't shifted much. 41% actually want more game mode and dungeon-based content, with only 33 wanting more story-based content, but these two are the most popular options. The others, unsurprisingly, co-op content is not showing much popularity. Very interesting. What in the banger? Just make sure you tune into my music channels if you find my music to be a banger, right? And yes, content is scaled down when you have only one person. In fact, the scaling up doesn't match the number of players, so theoretically, in a 4-man team, the enemies are tougher, but if everybody is like wired and has the best builds, you should be able to clear it faster in a 4-man than you would solo. But the problem is, a lot of time when you're playing with randos, they may not be that good, so you have to worry about that. Okay, let's carry on. Time to switch up the farming a little bit, because I'm kind of bored to death, kinda.
sunlight comes, I'm up again. I'm restless, lost in the end.
Actually, you know what? I'll shove that in the locker as well.
Fate go up in smoke. I've tried so hard, but always choke. Lately, I've been sleepwalking. Everything I try pulls me down.
Well, story and dungeon seems the most popular anyway, so that appears to be what people want. This will hurt my stats a little bit, but, well... Let me try this with Shell Crusher. Extra fire rate. Oh, yeah. Now we're talking. Problem is, what about the people that don't have a homie base? And I agree, John. That's why I'm just seeing what people want. But people don't even seem to want co-op. Well, Demion, I don't really use that weapon. I don't find it that good. So those are my thoughts on it. Apparently these are max stats. Okay, cool. Now, let's get everything right. Okay, here we go. Let's do some speed farming, shall we? No, Daniel. I hate the first time in the boss rooms. Well, not really, Zelk. Like I've said before, I know we disagree on this, but I think that more loot would encourage people to play together. But yes, unfortunately, Base, I'm just like, I don't really want duo content. I don't want to matchmake with somebody. Unless the loot matches or the rewards match the trouble of having to carry some guy through it, I'm not even gonna bother. No, I do not, Mr. Daniel Lind. At this moment, it definitely doesn't matter. Like I said, it needs to match before it's worthwhile. I hope not, Zelk. I would absolutely abhor anything Destiny 2 related here. Like I said, we differ on opinions on that, but if anyone suggested Destiny 2 stuff on this, I would shut it down straight away. I want nothing related to Destiny 2 in this game. I want them to do their own thing. Because quite frankly, in my opinion, anything done by Bungie is tainted.
I have punished the wicked.
If they're Destiny 2 style, absolutely. It needs to be different. It needs to be completely different. It needs to be their own thing. Anything even remotely related to Destiny cannot be allowed here. I'm gonna tell you this now. Because that to me will make this game exactly like the problem they're having now, whereby they're taking a lot of legacy systems of Warframe, which aren't exactly that great. Okay, Barbatos, if you're just here to comment that, then you can leave. There's a door over there. I don't know. That's up to the devs to be creative to do. Be humble. There's no such thing as 3 guns to focus on. Doesn't work that way. You have to use the correct gun for the correct purpose. Sorry. The playlist played again. It's supposed to go to the next one. Okay, Mr. Barbatos, I can see you're just here to cause trouble, so I'm just throwing you out of chat. Come back when you're ready to have a serious conversation. But sorry, be humble. The thing is that for this particular game, depending on what you're trying to do with certain Descendants, you have to use certain guns, because some of them are stat sticks, some of them buff you up, so there isn't really an answer. A lot of people say Albion Cavalry Gun, this and that, but quite frankly, I don't even use Albion Cavalry Gun, so just be aware of that, alright? My recommendation is to use the correct stuff for the appropriate purpose. I think you're misunderstanding Zelk. I'm not saying they can't take a similar idea, but I want them to do it in their own way. If they take the same system as Destiny 2, or they do anything that is related to Destiny 2, then that's going to be a problem. They need their own methodology to go forward, because there's no way they're ever going to be able to do anything or increase their player base if they don't start following their own ideas. That's the big problem. And I will not debate this. If anyone believes otherwise, you're welcome to your belief, but I will stand firm on this. Because what they've done so far is literally just copying other stuff. Yeah, I don't want them to do that either. I want them to the most of their capabilities, or to the best of their capabilities, to try and think of something original. Because if they can't think of something original, they're screwed, in my personal opinion. So, from my perspective, they need to seriously pick it up and do their own thing, find their own path. Because that's what they're lacking the most right now. Considering that I'm a creative person, Zelk, I always think to myself, there's no such thing as there's no originality. Otherwise, I never make music. It depends on how creative you are. If you think outside the box, you'll find something. Because otherwise, realistically speaking, think about it this way. And Bates is literally exactly right about that. Linkin Park has done every single type of song I've done before. Bring Me the Horizon has done every single type of song I've done before. So how can I make my own mark in music? And sure, I'm using AI, totally different, because I don't have that specific talent myself. But this is where creativity is very different. A creative person never thinks, oh, this has been done before, I can't do it. They think of, how can I do this in my way to make it so that everybody forgets about the previous thing. No. That's where we differ. You don't change it slightly. If you change it slightly, everyone can tell that you copied it. You can't make a mark like that. If I sounded exactly like Linkin Park, people aren't going to listen to my music. So you can take an idea, sure, but it must be original enough that people don't even think about the first thing. Anyway, I don't want to get into this with you, Zelk, because otherwise it's going to become a long, drawn-out topic, but basically, I'm going to agree to disagree right now because, and quite frankly, I hate it that the way our brains differ. So if you don't mind me saying, I really hate talking to you. Because every single time, I don't think you can ever see eye to eye with me. We think very differently. Our brains just work completely differently. So I'm just going to not further this conversation anymore because it's also not fair to the others in chat.
It is time for your judgment.
For those of you that are talking about your favorite weapons, you can use whatever you want, but just remember that there's always more than one option. So whenever people ask me, like, what's the best option and stuff like that, there's no answer. Because you have to use what is best for that character. You have to know what is ideal in every situation and play accordingly. Because that's how the game works, so do remember that. Top 3 recommendations, tier lists, all that's bullcrap. And anyone that follows that, I think you're going to need to change your mentality. I think so too, Finesse. I think that they are too centered around this idea of speed running, and that's the problem. Okay, wait, since topics are getting more serious now, I'll pause the music here so we can have better conversations. I don't know why, whenever I start playing my music, that's when people start to want to talk about things more seriously, which is very, very difficult on me, because I just want to share my music with you guys during the quiet moments. But you know, when the stream gets quiet, y'all don't ask questions, then everybody wants to ask everything when the music's playing. Like, come on, bros. Alright, anyway. Let's get to this idea of speedrunning. Speedrunning is a problem because the devs themselves literally made content that only works with speedruns. They, like, think about it this way. We only open up one amorphous, so the idea is to literally clear the boss fight as fast as possible so you can open up that one amorphous. And if you spend time with other people, you're delaying yourself. You know? It's problematic. And I think that that is the wrong way to play this game or any other game out there. You know? Because what needs to happen is that, and I think this is something that recent ARPGs have discovered, and other games need to follow suit. The amount of loot that you get, I was playing Last Epoch for an hour last night, and I'm going to be streaming it tomorrow. And depending on viewership, I'll have more streams, of course, of that game. But basically, the loot drops are literally never-ending. Okay? The loot drops are never-ending and beautiful. And I like that. Because when players are spoiled for choice, it feels good. Alright? Hell, introduce item filters and I wouldn't be unhappy here, because as much as that is a Diablo 4 idea, you know, or sorry, that's an ARPG idea I should say in general, since they already had them in Path of Exile 1, but that is something that could really work in my personal opinion. Exactly, DeBlock. That I think has been the biggest downside to this game, because they have basically, you know,
I will cleanse this place.
I think that at the end of the day, the devs have focused on the wrong things when they started, and now they sort of dug themselves into a hole and they can't get out. And funnily enough, yeah, stopping speedruns would be great. It'd be nice to have content that gives massive loot but is based on powerful descendants. For example, many people have been telling me, oh, my descendant can do a lot of damage, my descendant can do a lot of this, a lot of that. But it's all irrelevant because you're not seeing the value of that high damage. But if instead they made it, you know, they made it so that there was value to high damage, then maybe we could even open up the way for like combinations of characters. roguelike might be a bit hard, honestly. So that one I don't see them doing too much. But I can 100% agree with the ideology of, you know, at least not speedrunning content or making it so that maybe we can do something else to alleviate the boredom. Because right now the boredom is not alleviated and people aren't exactly too happy. And I can see why, you know. Crap, my fire rate capped. Shit. What if I put firing Fiesta on it? Oh, mental focus, sorry. Oh wait, I can't because fire, damn it. So I have to stick with Veil Analyzer, but I hit the cap with this. Bugger. Well, I'll try that again later. Yeah, I know, Baron. That's kind of why I like to play my own music, but I can't when we're having discussions because otherwise things get lost in the sound. Well, you're more than welcome to like it, Daniel, but if you don't mind, this is a TFD stream. Please have respect for my audience. If you're not here to discuss TFD, then, you know, I cannot welcome you here. So if you're here for some other type of content or because you happen to tune into my old Dark Tide content, I really appreciate you coming by, but let's focus on TFD here, alright?
You will not fail.
Look, this has been talked about a lot, Base Vegeta, and many people have said, yeah, we should have interactions between RK and elements. Cool, but it's just a gimmick. I don't think it's going to bring players back, and I don't think it's going to make players want to play the game. It's just a cool, gimmicky interaction, but we run into the same problems. Doesn't matter even if you're playing with your, like, let's say maybe fire and ice have some kind of thermal cracking type interaction that absolutely breaks enemies' defenses. People aren't exactly going to say, I'll use Blair, you use Viesa, because they're still probably going to be slower than the bunny just barreling through everything solo. You get what I mean? So I don't, like, gimmicks like that, I believe that they need to come after we fully understand content and what we are doing here, because we're not doing the right thing here. That's absolutely okay, Daniel. I mean, if you want to treat it with that kind of childish mentality, all I said was, look, respect for my stream and my viewers, but if you can't even respect my viewers, then I will just ban you from my channel right here. You don't even have to unsub. You don't even have to say good day, goodbye, don't come back. If you cannot respect my viewers who are currently watching me for this game, you subscribed a long time ago because of another game, and you're here and you just want to keep bringing up other references, have some goddamn respect. You're in a public place, at least respect other people here. Because I didn't see you supporting me when I shifted games. I see these people here right now supporting me on this game. Alright? So you want to take that attitude with me, Daniel? I'm not even going to play your stupid game. I'm literally just going to throw you out of here and you're not welcome here. Okay? As I've said to everybody here, I curate my viewers. If you're here at my stream, you're here for one reason only. You're here to watch me. You don't want to watch me, you don't want to pay attention to me, you're just here for the game, or you're just here to enjoy that, then best not say anything, stay a lurker, don't interact with chat, because when I move or shift games, you're not going to be shifting with me. Alright? A real fan of me and my content would be watching me no matter what I play. Alright? And I don't care if it's only 10 or 20, but if I decide to stream Last Epoch tomorrow night, I know that my 10 or 20 real ones are going to be there with me. The rest, I leave it to you and your choice. But those who enjoy a streamer should be watching for the streamer, not just for the type of content I do. And I hope this is a lesson to you, Daniel. We'll never interact again, probably, but don't ever come back to my channel. And if I ever return to Dark Tide, don't ever check out my content again. Now then, I have no time for nonsense and I've got no time for shenanigans. So don't ever come to my channel, alright? I want to say it in general and tell me something like, I'm unsubbing to you. I'll just ban you straight before you even unsub. Because quite frankly, I don't give a damn. If you really support me and my content, then you support me through hell and high water. If you don't want to support me through hell and high water, then don't be here. Because you're not welcome. Robot Nation is a nation. If you're not down with that nation, don't even enter in the first place.
New super chat received.
I'm not cursing, Michael. I am scolding. There's a difference. If I was cursing, I'd be dropping F-bombs all over the place, but I can't do that because clean stream policy. Which is the same policy we have for Last Epoch, because guess what? I'm a content creator there too. Haha. And oh, guess what? I'm a content creator for several other games, including Dark Tide, which is renegotiating partnership. Funny how that works.
Death to the blasphemous.
So many people think they're entitled to shit. You ain't entitled to shit. All right. The only thing I want to coming out of most people's mouths is, sir, yes, sir. If I don't hear that, then I don't want to know you. I don't worry about it. But it's a good chance to teach a lesson because, quite frankly, look, most of you guys are good people. I got no problems with all of you. I like you guys. Hell, I even like Zelg, even though I disagree with him on most points because I think our brains just work differently. So I always agree to disagree with him. But hell, I even like Zelg. But here's the things. Here's the facts, right? I know there's a couple of people. I can see him right now. I just don't call him out in the viewer list. But they hate watch me, you know? They just can't. They're obsessed with the robot. They just can't get by it. But they've already been thrown out. And once you're thrown out, you don't ever come back. End of story. All right, so don't ever get thrown out.
Purification.
Because if I throw you out, you're never coming back. And I hope to God that I don't ever have to do that. Because most of the time I never throw anybody out because it's serious. If I have to hit the ban button, usually I just do a 24-hour timeout. But if I have to hit the ban button, it's usually pretty serious. And then these people are still hanging out in the background, still watching me. It's like they're watching me behind bars. Like, why would you do that? If you want to drop hate on me in the first place, why are you obsessed with me? Why are you watching me? You have 24 hours in a day. Go make some money. Go do something with your life. Do you know that that's why I work so hard in my music? I want to make something myself. Yeah, I saw that gif, John. Love it. But I want to make something myself. I barely sleep anymore because, not because I can't sleep. I want to sleep. Believe me, I want to rest like the dead. But I got no time to rest like the dead. You've got 24 hours in a day. Make it count, soldier. Because that's all you're getting. Alright, and once life passes you by, that's it. So spend that 24 hours in good company, with good friends, good people. You know, spend it in a place that you enjoy. Have fun. You know, live the life that you want to live while making something of yourself. Because I can tell you right now, if you're not doing that, then you are going to regret it when you get to my age. All right, I wish I'd done a lot of this stuff earlier. That's fair, though. Like I said, I can agree to disagree. I know I can recognize when my brain works differently to somebody else's because I see the world very differently. So, I get it. Of course, Ruby. Always. Never lie to anyone. And honestly, I don't mollycoddle anyone either. I will always be honest with you. I will never lie to you. I will always tell you the truth, and I'll always say how I feel. Because the day that I don't, it's not going to be a good day. That's the Jono way for sure. And yes, I can actually see the list of people, so I know who's here and who's not. Because like I said, I memorize every single name. And funnily enough, every single time, you know, I mention the people that I hate watching, they always dip out at stream like it's going to make me not recognize their name. But they always come back, and I can literally see your name in the list. Like, homie, you can dip now, but you're going to be back, bro. And you're still giving me money. Like, I mean, up to you, you know, but... okay. Sure, I may not get revenue from them because most of them will use ad block on purpose, but I will tell you one thing. Although they're not giving me revenue, they're giving me engagement, so keep it up, hate watchers. Just keep it up. Michael, sorry, I love playing this game with my viewers, but what age do you think I am? If you're saying that I look super young, nobody tell him how old I actually am, but I want to hear what age Michael thinks I look like. You know, it's very flattering when people think I don't look my age. So how old do you think I am? Hey, Lawbreaker, how's it going, man? Have you been busy? Well, most of my friends know my age, but I like playing the game with the chat with the individual chatters, you know.
Into the light.
What? Damn. No. Oh, wow. That's a really serious compliment. Thank you. No. No, I'm not that young. I wouldn't have this amount of life experience if I was that young. Wow. I think that's the youngest that I've been pegged as. Wow. Thank you very much. That is a very flattering compliment. No, I'm 34 years old. So if I look like I'm still in my 20s, like I consider that a win, man. Yeah, today's a win right here. Woo! Somebody actually thought I was still in my early 20s. That's a win. Yeah, I am 34. Yep. Been through enough. Been through enough. So I've had my experience. Yes, I'm an old man. Deal with it, Austin. I'm gonna take that win right now. Hey, 3 years difference. But yeah, that's why I say, like, I think a lot of people regret it when they get to my age because, you know, you get to 34 and you haven't achieved a damn thing yet. You start to get kind of worried. That's why I work so hard. You know, I gotta achieve something. Got this far and I ain't done shit. No. I gotta do better than that. What's my skincare routine? I'll tell you right now, very simple, okay? Aloe vera. A lot of aloe vera. No problem at all, Lawbreaker. You watch when you like. But yes, honest answer, aloe vera cream. Get the good stuff. Get the good stuff, really. If you guys want to look young, okay, genuine answer. I'm gonna give you this little skincare secret right here. Get good quality aloe vera cream. It doesn't have to be the most expensive on the market. Don't get with all the other added products or all that other bull crap. Don't worry about that. No. Just get as much as you can, you know, pure aloe vera. You just want the aloe vera cream as pure as you can get it. Okay? You get that stuff. And once you get that pure aloe vera stuff, right? Slather it on every night. That's it. That's all the skincare routine you're going to need. It'll take care of acne. It'll take care of most things. In fact, you can slather it on twice per day, but it can get a bit costly if you do that because if you buy the good quality stuff, it's like you can get a big jar, but it will cost you like $50, $60 for that big jar. And the big jar is only going to last you about like 2 months. So you're looking at about $30 a month, roughly $30, $35 a month. But I'm going to tell you that it is better than any other skin product out there. You don't even have to buy the branded stuff, but you need to make sure it's high quality. Okay? Don't get the cheap stuff. Don't get the stuff with lots of other random bullshit added in because they're going to charge you for the bullshit and it's not going to help you. Pure aloe vera cream. It should be a clear color. Slather that on every night, you're good to go. Works on all skin conditions. Try it for yourself. That's all I've been doing and that's what I do. If you ask me, I would take the $50 one. The $13 one sounds like the really, really low grade stuff, and you don't really want that. No insult. I mean no insult when I say this higher up, but I'm gonna tell you right now that if you get the low price stuff, the budget stuff, they may source it from plantations or areas of the world with less than scrupulous farming standards. If you're allergic to aloe, then you're screwed. Yeah, sorry. Please, if you're allergic to aloe, don't do that. But yeah, if you ask me, I would go for the $50 jar. See how long it lasts you. If it lasts you 2 months, that's a good price. Here, it's costing me about $75 roughly for the big jar, and that lasts me about 2 months. Every night. Every night. Aloe vera and enough rest. Yes. I don't get enough rest, but aloe vera keeps me alive. So yeah, it's about $50, $60. But if you're already paying for other skincare products, you can literally drop them and you will suffer zero ill effects, which is literally the great thing about all this. Plenty of water is good too. Yes, very true. Okay, let me get back to my boss killing. We talk about a lot of things, Bear. Proud of you, 3D. That's good.
Reloading.
Looking young is always important. Exercise is also very good. Right now, I'm upping my exercise routine because I had my weigh-in today, and I'm not happy with where I'm at. I need to be a lot better. You know, can't impress, can't riz all the cool ladies. You know, in chat. Not that I would, of course. As you know, I am loyal to Kaz, but still, you know, just saying, can't riz all the ladies in chat if I don't look good. So I have to up my routine soon. Base Vegeta, actually, there's a rule to that. There's actually a hidden rule for YouTube ads. Okay, let me teach you a little bit about the secret inner system of YouTube ads. There is something called a watch limit, right? Whereby the main message of the ad is delivered. Now, there's actually a calculation formula for this. But, yes, I am a tubby robot.
Welcome.
So I need to work
You're here for
harder
modules,
so
right?
I can be a strong, fit robot. And then I will do shirtless streams, okay? It's the ultimate form of true Riz. But anyway, where was I? All right, so coming back to the point that I was making. When it comes to YouTube ads, right? It depends on the length of the ad. For the skippable ads, where you can skip after about 5 seconds, okay? If you go up to about 30 seconds and then skip, that gives me the max money. For the 15-second unskippable ads, you cannot skip them anyway, so you have to. So watching the whole thing helps because you literally cannot skip them. But for the skippable ads, if you watch up to 30 seconds, all right, including the first initial 5 seconds, that usually gives the best bang for your buck. Now, some ads are longer and some ads are shorter. As far as I know, the skippable ads are about 1 minute to about 1 minute 30. If they are longer than 1 minute 30, then basically for every 10 seconds extra that is added onto the time, you watch about effectively 3 extra seconds. So it's a weird calculation system, but let's say an ad is like 3 minutes. Please, you don't have to watch the full 3 minutes. You can just go up to about like 30 seconds plus roughly about 60 seconds, you're good enough. Yeah, if you've got YouTube Premium, then don't even worry about it. If you got YouTube Premium, I still get paid from YouTube Premium. So that's why I actually, for those of you that really enjoy watching streams, I actually encourage people to get YouTube Premium. I don't get anything special from it, but not only does YouTube Premium actually pay the streamer, you don't have to deal with ads. If you get an ad that is 1 hour and 46 minutes, please don't watch the whole thing. Skip it after 3 minutes. 3 minutes is the max cap. Usually there's a maximum cap. I think if you watch about 3 minutes of it, that is the maximum revenue anyway. If you watch a full hour, that is like, yeah, okay. I would respect anyone that would watch the full hour, but I don't think they're going to pay me extra anyway. So hopefully that that helps you guys understand how ads work on YouTube. You don't always have to watch the full ad to get your streamer paid. Roughly, if it's a skippable ad, rule of thumb, just watch 30 seconds and then skip. If it's a non-skippable ad, you just have to go with the whole thing. There's no choice because you can't skip it anyway. And yeah, safe bet is always 30 seconds. But if you really want to go the distance, you watch 1 minute and it's all good. But it depends on whether you've got time to waste. I'm not going to force you to sit through a minute of ads because ads are annoying and I hate them. But I need to have them because without them, I've got no money to feed my family. So yeah. Some people, Zelk, they can. Okay, so there's ways to get around the YouTube system. And some people actually, they sort of break the promo system whereby instead of an ad, they upload their whole ass video as an ad. But I think it's only possible in certain countries. As far as I know, in America and Singapore, they can't do that. But I have heard about it in Australia and the UK. So that has happened. But I don't think it should happen in America. As far as I know, America and Singapore, at least it doesn't happen. The longest ad I've seen in Singapore is 3 minutes. And most of my American friends have not told me about hour-long ads. But I don't know. If you're in America, Zelg, and you're telling me that, then you're the first. That's a whole movie for sure. But yes, YouTube Premium is good because, like I said, YouTube Premium is a very good system that operates based on watch time. So if you have YouTube Premium, theoretically, now I'm not expecting you guys to do this because I don't want to run up your electricity bill, but theoretically you can actually leave my videos playing on autoplay and I will just get maximum revenue for that. That's why I love YouTube Premium so much. Like, you can leave my streams or videos playing and just let it all happen. You know, because all that matters for YouTube Premium is watch time. That's it.
New subscriber detected.
Sounds wild, Zelk. Yeah. Welcome, new subscribers. They do, Bear. That's why I'm like, I don't know how they get around that system. Because realistically speaking, they shouldn't be able to. Yeah, I think without the bug, this is not as worth it. It's kind of cool, but not as cool, you know? So I'm gonna just go back to this. The old ways is better ways. Well, thank you if you decide to do that, Eduardo. I'll be very grateful. Yeah, sure, Ruby. I mean, if you want to, please do not do it in case, look, I don't want to run up you guys' electricity bill. So if you guys are, you know, consuming a lot of electricity, or if it's not going to impact your costs, then don't do that. Yeah, pretty much, Austin. That's how it works. But remember, it is going to cost you electricity, so please be aware of your electric bills. Electric bills these days are very expensive. Do not run up additional costs just to support your favorite streamer. I'd rather just have you present for my stream, and that's it. So just be aware of that. Don't run up too much additional costs.
I have punished the wicked.
I do not follow that series, Damien, but I did hear about the episode, which was hilarious. Yeah, understandable, but I mean, your phone's still gonna cost you electricity, so unless you're charging that at work, then it's still gonna run you up, so just be careful, alright? I don't want you guys paying extra. Now, if you're gonna take your electricity from your company, then please do.
We can do it.
Oh, no, I know, but you still gotta charge your phone, right? Unless you charge it at the company. If you charge it at the company, then by all means, take everything that you can for the goddamn corporations. They owe us.
I have punished the wicked.
Yeah, you can just turn the sound to, like, the lowest possible. Please remember the sound needs to be on. But you can actually just set the sound to the lowest possible pip and it still counts. As long as there's like 1 pixel of sound, alright? Meaning on the volume slider, as long as the sound is at like 1 pixel, it counts. That's the best system about YouTube. They don't care about what volume you play it at. Now, I know for some of the other platforms, they actually have a volume bar. If it's like below 20% or 10%, they don't pay out because they know that people are just lurking. But here on YouTube, it could be at 1%, it's still fine. I used to do that when I was working as well. I basically took all my electricity from the company, saved my bills. Now that was the best. Everything I needed to do, I charged 2 power banks at work, and that's all the power I needed for my phone and devices back home.
Into the light.
Yep. Twitch sets a standard. I think it's like 10 or 20%, so you have to do it if you want the drop.
Purification.
Well, thank you, Ronnie. I really appreciate that. That helps. Especially if you've got me on autoplay or something, so I appreciate it. Well, thank you, Ruby. It is all appreciated, guys. But yeah, this is how the system works. So that's why I like YouTube so much. It's really, really helpful to their streamers and content creators. And yeah, I'm fully honest about that, Austin. I bought 2 power, well, 3 actually, but one didn't really work out so well. But yeah, I had 2 power banks. I charged them both to work. You know?
As quiet as a monster.
I've got 2 monitors. That's more than enough. I need to upgrade this one, but it's fine. I'll like when I finally get my new PC, I'll cannibalize this monitor, move that here, and then get another super awesome monitor for myself. Ah, fair enough, Baron. That sounds wild, man. Huh. Hour-long ads. Holy crap. I don't know how they managed to afford it.
Impudent bastards. Death to the corrupt.
Fair enough. Anyway, appreciate you too, Eduardo. Right? He's sitting in a TIE fighter at all times.
New subscriber detected.
Into the light.
Well, more new subscribers. Welcome, all of you. Hope you guys enjoy the show.
As quiet.
Yeah, I still remember, Bear, when they did this thing on Twitch where, like, ladies were actually, like, completely topless, but they had their camera angled so it only captured up to here, but you could tell that they were completely topless, and I looked at that and I said, okay, I'm gonna move to YouTube. Best move I ever made. Because here, I find that the people who watch my content here are usually of a higher quality. They're much more respectable. You don't get a lot of the kids. You don't get a lot of the gooners. You just get human beings. And yeah, I like dealing with adults that have jobs. Not only because they can at least support you a little bit, but also because, you know, they're much nicer to talk to. Of course, you get the occasional basement dweller here, but for the most part, it's a good place. And I really like YouTube a lot. I mean, that is how, you know, I mean, I don't mind if that's how they make their money, but it really wasn't a platform for me. I didn't want to be a part of all that because I realized that if I was going to be a part of that platform, then I'm going to have to be all in on, like, you know, I'm going to have to be all in on, like, networking and being a part of that system. I'm like, no, I don't really want that. Sure, base. Except that I don't have an attic, so you're actually in my neighbor's apartment, but, you know, let me know how it's going over there.
Purification.
It's time for my speed farm of this, okay? Gotta get at least 300 vouchers. Well, you can dwell in the attic if you like. I mean, I'm not one to judge. Basement dweller, attic dweller, it's all the same.
Face the flame. Purification.
Anyway, like I said, I don't mind how people hustle. You know, I just don't want to be a part of it. And if I don't have to be a part of it, then I just won't, you know? Why does it keep saying I've beaten my score? Like, my score is 3 seconds every time. Like, Jesus Christ. It keeps saying you've beaten your score. I'm like, I don't think so, but okay. Whatever. No, Austin, no. I'm not into having a house elf. If I'm ever gonna do anything, I'm probably just gonna hire MysticDove for pay. Alright, appropriate compensation. She can be my maid or whatever. And just like make sure I don't die randomly. To be honest, that's all I really need. I just need someone to make sure I don't die randomly. I mean, maybe, Eduardo. Maybe that's what it's telling me, but I don't know. It was 5 seconds, so he keeps telling me it's beating my record. Like, okay, cool. People think I'm kidding, but no. Realistically speaking, I'm very bad at taking care of myself. So at some point, I need to get rich and famous now so I can hire somebody to ensure I don't die on a regular basis. That would be helpful. As long as I do not die, I'm pretty sure I can carry on producing content for you guys. I'm using the same build as before, dude. Nothing updated, nothing changed, man. You can check my Serena gun build for bossing, and that's pretty much what I'm using. Same thing as in that video. No change. I don't know what you built for erosion, but you should have been building only my build. So, don't know whose build you followed, but the same one that I use for erosion is the same one I use for bossing. Check the video, and you should be good to go. Last dagger is good for erosion. Check my video, Glay and Last Dagger build. You'll see it there. Of course it's good. Check my Glay and Last Dagger build. Now let's take a look at the polls so far while we wait. 340 votes so far, with 42% talking about more game content and dungeon content. 30% want story-based content. Only 18% want co-op content. And 10% would probably prefer to be watching me if I was a female Twitch streamer. Okay, noted, but thanks. Okay, all jokes aside, roughly 72% of the population are into the game mode and dungeon content as well as story-based content. So I hope that in future, the devs, what they should do is focus on that, you know, because I think it's pretty important. This will definitely be a poll for the masses.
Ask Corn as a monster.
Oh, yes, I know, but I have a unique situation, Bear, that's why. So, due to my personal unique situation, let's just say that adjustments shall be made. But you can trust me, I know what I'm doing. But believe me, it's also probably better if I just hire somebody to keep me alive in general.
Reload. Purification.
I'll never get over the fact that they removed Serena's wings. I'm still annoyed. I'm still annoyed about that.
Purification.
See you later, Bear.
A victory for humanity.
It is indeed, Rosie. Very, very odd change there. Again, not quite sure what was going through their heads when they did that. Oh, ouch. Our actual peak player count was under 10K already. Damn. We lost over 1,500 since yesterday. That's not good. They adjusted it down for us. Well, that's not very cash money.
Into the light. I'm a... Dash.
Yep. Yeah, I suggest they put them back. I don't think anyone was complaining about the wings, but we'll have to see, Lewis. We'll check on the 24th for sure. But yeah, I'm kind of worried right now, you know, because of all this shenanigans. So y'all can expect a video commentary tomorrow talking about the player count. Now, granted, most games do have a lowering player count. It is understandable, but yeah, this is worrying. No problem, Eddie. Currently working on improving it, making it a little bit faster, but the only way I've discovered so far is the Slayer set.
You can do it.
And even then, it's not that much faster, so. Nets you a few seconds on bosses, but that's about it.
My shield. I have punished the wicked.
I do so love my lawnmower. It is a good mower. The Slayer set is a good multiplier. And that's the key thing. It works beautifully as a multiplier. But in exchange, you suffer in other
I will
ways.
cleanse this place. We will not fail. I need to reload. Dash to the rock.
Not necessarily. You can use them on certain farming loadouts to just get better kill times. I've done it before. I've done it before multiple times because at the end of the day, if you need the speed, then that's what you go for.
A victory for humanity.
Hyper-duper-duper-dee-doo. Because nowadays, a lot of characters also have more than enough health to survive, so the Slayer set can still work decently. So long as your stats are maximized.
Face the flames. I have punished the wicked.
Especially, I tell you, this green voucher farm. It's nutty what we have to do here. They need a better system, I tell you. Someday they'll have one, I think. But right now it's just horrifying. I mean, sure, I get it. They don't want to make the skins too easy to achieve, but at the same time, God. You play it until you're sick of it. And I feel that this is something that they need to rework. I feel like they just need like a big amount of loot.
A victory for humanity.
Excuse me. I don't know, Eduardo. Maybe. You never know. They might. I just wish that they would just double the drops of the green vouchers, you know? I feel that that would be fairest to people. But we'll have to see whether or not they actually decide to add anything for void shards. Glad you're enjoying it. The Drowning in My Skin album will be coming very, very soon. That is because you are an arcane of the silver. Look at you, hiding out on TikTok like some kind of silver man. Get whacked. How you doing, pal?
I will cleanse this place. Ha! Do not fall. Purification.
Stream's going as per normal. It's having a little poll and discussion. And more or less in the chill stages now. So that's about it. It had plenty of votes in the poll and seeing the direction of what people want. I do get the toy as well, but I want the skins too. I want them all. Feels weird not having them. The only one I didn't get was the Infernal Walker for the males. I didn't get a lot of the Defiler or whatever it's called for the males either. But you know, this time around I'm trying to finish both and it's a pain. Well, you can filter it, so I would suggest just filtering at least. I use the tabs on the left-hand side to filter it. Could also work, Damien. I'd be okay with that, so long as it wasn't an actual item they sold. I'd be fine with that. The second they sell it, people are gonna riot. And not even the good kind of riot, it's gonna be the bad kind of riot. Let's start a riot. A riot, let's start a riot.
This is divine punishment.
If you feel so empty, so used up, pissed off. Look at this astronaut mode. Hello, Brandon. You have arrived rather late. We're getting close to the end. In fact, I will be ending soon enough, because I've done what I'm supposed to do for today at least. And there, I know there's more to do tomorrow, but that's for tomorrow. I don't know, Ghost, we'll have to wait and see. Me personally, I'm not gonna make a judgment right now. I'm just gonna wait and see. I think the problem with so-called hard content is that their systems are all based around speed running and repetition. Which I think is where, excuse me. I think that's where they've really gone wrong. Because their content is all based around speed running and repetition, it feels like they're not able to really create hard content because let's say you need to farm something. If the content is hard, takes 10 to 20 minutes, and you have to repeat it over and over again, people's entire play session is going to be gone before they achieve anything, which I think will upset them. So, yeah.
We can do it.
And listen, nothing wrong with missing how tough the Colossus battles used to be. Theoretically, if you want, you could still make them very, very tough. What a shame, higher up. You should rewatch it because, quite frankly, it was some good, really, really sick plays, and I did really well. Ranked up a lot yesterday, twice in fact. So now I'm Diamond 2. I'm just gonna close in on that Grandmaster soon. Gotta maintain my top 2% of Asia, you know. But I don't know when my next stream of that will be because this week is fairly busy. But we'll see. I'll try my best. I really do want to play Last Epoch as well too. So I got a lot on my plate. Speaking of a lot on my plate, I'm probably gonna end soon. So I think I've done enough for today. Did I get to 300? Close enough. Alright, let's end the poll. You know, it's very interesting seeing what everybody voted for. So thank you very much for doing that, guys. I'm just going to take a quick screenshot of that. 353 votes, and we had a lot of good information. Thank you all for joining me today. It's been a good time, and thank you for all the discussions, you know. I'm even thankful for the trolls and hate watchers because, quite frankly, you know, they just keep making us bigger every single day, and I love it. So thank you to them as well. All right. Now, tomorrow, I'll be playing Last Epoch in the morning. If any of you guys have not bought the game yet, you can actually purchase it through my link. I have my own personal link for it because I'm still a partner despite all these years. So do look forward to it. All right, I am personally looking forward to it, and I cannot wait to actually get you all into it. So look forward to that tomorrow morning, and if it goes well, maybe I'll even do an evening stream about it. All right, thank you all, and see you all in the next one. Don't do anything weird while I'm gone.